just got back from hunting figures. Shopping bags, crazy fine, bitches. Look at me, I'm a geek, tripping future waves, I will be copping. Figure arts, Marvel Legends, dudes doing them reviews, fella. What's going on? It's your boy that was due, and you know I got it, so subscribe. What's going on? It's your boy that was due. Today we're doing another action figure review. Today we're taking a look at my custom Marvel Legends Warpath. If you already seen the Alex review, you already know this figure is made for a long time subscriber and notorious Jag. He hit me up, asked me for a favor, and I was happy to oblige for him because he does a lot for this channel, as I mentioned in the. So I did my thing here, man. I really tested my ability here because a lot of this is a freehand drawing, like the points. All this was freehand painted, actually, not drawn. Everything red was freehand. The only thing I messed up on this figure is the belt. Now, what happened was I was so excited to start this because, in a sense, this is my first commission. And I really wanted to do this, and I was hyped. I wound up cutting the belt in the wrong area. So the slit is actually where the X is at. And so instead of putting it in the center, I cut it on the side instead of cutting it on the seam where it wouldn't have looked as bad. So I cut it where it shouldn't have been cut. So this is all supposed to be in the center, but he was okay with it. He said it looks good. That way he's happy. And I don't know if he got the knives for this bad boy, but they can easily get picked up at Casting Cave or something like that. But he asked me to make this figure because he missed out on the first release, and he really wanted the red and blue version. And I was kind of worried about this, man, because I didn't have that exact blue that the 2-pack release had, which is like that royally blue, that dark royal blue. So what I basically did here was I painted the figure a navy, went all out with the navy, did that up. When the paint dried, it looked good. And I happened to have like a French blue, like a nice light blue, and I dry brushed it all throughout the figure. And it gives that royal blue feel. So when I showed him, he was like, yo, you nailed it. Because he wanted like a black wash. So I feel like the navy gives you that feel. The navy blue gives you that black wash you want. And again, as I said in the Alex review, he looks kind of glossy because I used the Rust-Oleum instead of my normal Krylon. I got to get me some of that stuff. I haven't had any chances. But again, this is plain up, straight up and down pile driver with Warpath head sculpt from Casting Cave. I kept it the same color as I painted the Alex, the tan. It wasn't that bad. This was pretty easy. The only thing that was a pain was filing down the joints because I haven't discovered that method of shaving yet. So this was a pain. Because what I generally do, even though it's safe to assume that there's always going to be paint rubs in the same spots, I like to paint the figures first and get a full feel of where it's going to rub. So I know where to sand down better as opposed to just sanding the whole figure down, which wouldn't be right. Because sometimes when you sand, you lose definition in the figure. You lose certain muscles and certain stuff like that. I did it that way. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. I do have the X-Force release. So I don't need the red and blue unless I want the classic look. I could always make one, but I don't feel the need to. I like the I never was a fan of Warpath that much until he was in X-Force, so that's why I felt I really needed the X-Force figure. I would have preferred initially if Marvel Legends made this figure out of the Crossbones or Hulkling buck, because up top he has a definition of like a soft good, like it was textured up top to look like an armor, and that would have worked a lot here. Where here he just looked like he had spandex on. I mean, it could go either way, but I do like that the way it looked. I forgot where I got these pouches, but I think they worked really good. They worked actually better than the regular release. And I'm just happy with the way this figure came out. The one thing I did do wrong was I drilled too much into the head to a point where I had a hole at the top of the head sculpt, and because of that, the head didn't stay firmly into the ball joint. So what I did was I filled it up with epoxy, placed it on the ball joint, let it, and then I took before it hardened, I took a paintbrush body, and I made the ball a little bit indented inside so it could click, and it works really good. See, so his articulation is maintained. His head does go up and down. His head does go side to side. He has the ball jointed shoulder, bicep swivel, single jointed elbows. He has a wrist swivel. Got his ab crunch, waist swivel. His legs go out that much. He has upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and he has ankle that goes forward and back, and he has toe. So I'm happy my man Notorious Jag got a blue and red wall. Thankfully, he's not like me. Well, I don't think he does. I don't think he plays with his toys. I play with my toys, so he won't have as much paint rub if he's just displaying them. But he saw what he got. He's getting. He was happy with it. So if he's happy, I'm happy. And this is the second of the 3 he asked for. And up next is the best one out of the 3 to me, man. I really put in work for this one, and I was proud of the way it came out. So tune in for that review. And that's it for this one. Hit the like button if you're feeling it. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't. Like my Facebook page. Follow my Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description below. Because you already know it's your boy Devil's Due. And I'm out. 1.